Egypt has appointed a new ambassador to Israel for the first time since 2012, when it recalled its ambassador from Tel Aviv over the regime's deadly attacks on the Gaza Strip. Egypt's mission in Israel has been operated by a deputy ambassador since the former Egyptian government, led by Assad President Mohamed Morsi, recalled the Egyptian envoy from Tel Aviv. Cairo also threatened to completely shut down its Tel Aviv embassy and expel Israel's ambassador if the regime expanded its military operation against Palestinians. Israel and Egypt's current president, Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, have now close security coordination. Cairo has refused to open its border with Gaza, helping Tel Aviv in its crippling blockade of the Quds enclave. Joining us via Skype from London now is Ali Al-Kabani. He's a journalist and writer. Many thanks for joining us here, Mr. Al-Kabani. Now, what do you make of this appointment of a new ambassador to Israel by Egypt? There are many who are saying this goes to show that the government of Sisi is even more pro-Israel than Hosni Mubarak was.
That goes without saying. The Israeli ex-defense minister said that Mubarak was a strategic treasure for Israel, and now the Israelis are saying we are having a better president in Sisi than even Mubarak. He created for them the buffer zone, which they have been asking for 15 years. Mubarak, with the help of pressure from the Americans, to create this buffer zone, and even Mubarak couldn't do that because he has got the historic city of the Egyptian Rafah. But in 3 days, Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and his military regime ordered the indigenous inhabitants to leave their historic city, and they destroyed all the houses to create this 5 kilometers buffer zone. Also, as your program mentioned, the relation between the military regime in Egypt and the Israelis are now very close. Sisi's regime are helping them in completing the siege over Gaza, and they are allowing the Egyptian army to move in Zone B and Zone A in Sinai, which was prohibited for the Egyptian army to go in these areas according to Camp David Treaty.
Indeed, now, Mr. Al-Kabani, there are those who view this, there are those who view these ties with Israel as far as Egypt is concerned, as part of a counter-revolution, which is basically undoing each and every principle of the revolution that toppled Hosni Mubarak. Do you see it that way?
Certainly. It's the counter-revolution who came back to power to bring the military regime back, to bring Mubarak's regime back. But Arab regimes like Mubarak's regime and other Arab regimes in the Gulf area used to be shy and hide their close relation with Israel. But now Sisi and his likes are keeping these relations in public, and they are proud of it. And even he went on American TV stations and German TV stations saying that he will not allow anybody to attack Israel from the Egyptian land, and he is, i.e. the Egyptian army, responsible for the security of the Israelis. So really the Israeli Arab regime cooperation have never been closer than the current bad days. Also, we just heard yesterday that there were Israeli airplane fighters joining the Saudi airstrikes to bombard Yemen. And also yesterday, 20 Israeli officers were found in Prince Khalid Air Base in Khamis Mishait in Saudi Arabia. So the cooperation now between the Israeli armies and most of the Arab regimes of the area is very, very close.
Okay, let's leave it there for now. Unfortunately, we've run out of time. That's Ali Al-Kabani, journalist and writer, joining us via Skype from London. Mr. Al-Kabani, many thanks indeed for your comments here on Press TV.